Welcome back to Let's Play Gran Turismo 4, Part 76. So we got one final Mazda event, which is pretty much RX8s only. And I'm gonna get in the red one. I don't remember when I got this. I think it was like during one of the licenses or something, but yeah. So we're driving the RX8 concept, because it was a concept in this game and stuff. Preemptively, in case it's too easy, I'm gonna get standard tires, and if it's too hard, I am going to in case it's too hard, I'll just get a stage 1 turbo, and then I'll throw it on if I need to. But who knows, I might have to come back for even more stuff, so here we go with the, I still have to go back and gold those. I'll do that after I'm done with this recording, but NRA RX8 Cup, RX8s only, and yeah, another championship this time, still short races. And first off, we're starting at Mazda, Laguna Seca Raceway. I said that in the wrong order, whatever. Alright, since this is going to be a championship, I'm going to do a practice run, see where I end up, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so, I kind of just pulled a 12.5 second pole. 12.5 seconds. So I'm going to do everything I can to make this as slow as possible, just to bring up the A-spec points at least a little bit. And all I can really do is increase the ballast and change the tires to the standard road tires. So this is probably the most I can do to it right now. So here we go, starting it off with 2 laps at Laguna, still below 60 A-spec points, so this is going to be a cakewalk. And also, apparently I was wrong. These are the actual models of the RX8 that I'm going against, not concepts. And they're a lot slower. So I could back out and buy one of those, but to be honest, I don't really feel like it. Instead, in the next races, I'll just go without qualifying. There's no need to anyways. I mainly do that just to gauge the competition before I actually start a race. I will say though, this thing does feel kind of boaty. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It wasn't sliding on the sport tires before, but now it wants to. Doesn't want to turn anymore either, go figure. Approaching the sign. Okay, this thing is definitely a lot more squirrely now. So something about this RX8 behind me is a little bit special compared to the others. I don't know what, but it seems to be pulling away from everyone else. Can't be my slipstream. Because I can't hold the racing line to save my life. Still haven't really gotten used to driving the slow cars again. It's probably going to take a while. Okay, pointless downshifting. Got a real bad habit of doing that. I'm guessing this was the one that was held up by traffic during my practice run, because it looked like that was happening. That's probably why I got 12-second pole instead of a 6 or something. I almost lost it there. And after an incredibly boring race number 1 complete. For 35 A-Spec points, woo. So that one's a Type S, there's 3 Type E's, and then 1 regular boy. And then there's me in the concept. I probably should have gotten the base model, but oh well, too late now. So for race number 1, we get 2,000 credits. And time for the next one. Alright, next up we're going to Special Stage Route 5 for 2 laps. Emulator's probably going to be a little bit slow until I get to the front of the field, because I'm not lowering the settings for this. Too lazy. So speaking of like emulator stuff, PC stuff, I am planning on doing some upgrades to my PC pretty soon. And apparently this game actually is CPU intensive as well. The only thing is like PCSX2 only utilizes 3 threads instead of like a little bit of everything, which is kind of a bottleneck. And if I get a faster CPU, then technically my emulation speed will be faster, but if my GPU still maxed out at 100%, it's not going to make a difference. But on night tracks like this, George V, etc., it should really help, in theory. Besides, my rendering times seem to be taking a lot longer these days too, so an upgrade is needed. Most of the parts in my PC right now are about 4 years old, so actually 5 years old now I think about it. So some things are in desperate need of an upgrade, so that should be happening soon, hopefully. Good thing I don't need to upgrade my GPU, although a 3090 would be nice. This thing's actually carrying quite a bit of speed down the straight, Type S. Almost as much as me. I'm chilling in his slipstream the whole way. I didn't mean to do that, but style points, I guess. Alright, gonna have to make my move here pretty soon. Oh, kinda sloppy through that, but oh well. You really need to keep the RPMs up in this thing. See, like this slowdown right here, I highly doubt that was my GPU hitting 100%. I think that was just my CPU reaching its limits. So hopefully that will fix everything. Besides, like, this isn't the only game I play on my PC too. I also play, like, Minecraft and other stuff pretty often, so in general I need it. As far as like the specific parts I'm upgrading, it's going to be my CPU, which I'm going to need a new motherboard for that as well, because I have an Intel motherboard, and I'm getting AMD. I'm getting probably 2 M.2 drives, one for an OS and one for recording, because all I have is like regular solid state drives and basic hard drive stuff. I might upgrade my RAM, even though it's hella expensive right now. But, I don't know. The speed's pretty slow on it, so I could use an upgrade in that field. I think my power supply might be fine, even though the power supply is probably 7 years old at this point. However long ago 2014 was, 6 years, so I might change that just out of precaution. I don't know. Anyway, time for race number 3. Alright, here we go with the Chicane Cutter's Paradise. Fuji 90s. So yeah, that's kind of going to be everything that I'm going to be upgrading on this. I might completely reset my OS and get everything installed like brand new and fresh. Just like wipe out any weird abnormalities or things like that that might be on my system, like, I don't know. Just a completely fresh start. And hopefully that will actually free up some speed in general. Because I have so much junk on this thing. This is like the same OS drive I've been using for 6 years, so there's probably a lot of junk on it that I don't need and don't know about. There is something I want to test real quick. Okay, my shader is on, but it looks a little bit funky. And my voice is being weird today. It wants to be, or my throat wants to be dry for some reason. The front of this thing looks so weird. Like, the car just looks high. High as balls. Almost perfect on that braking. I thought it was way too early. Gosh, why does my throat do this? Oh no, demonetized. Ah. There goes the 30 cents I was going to make on this video. Heck. Maybe if I just commentate more useless information than more people would want to watch. Alright guys, we've got the foot on the gas pedal and now we're going down the back straight. I don't know what accent that was. That was just completely random. Like 90% of other commentary channels on this platform. Just random. Random, full of useless information. As I talk about this useless information myself. Going around the final corner, going down the front straight, changing from third to fourth gear, full throttle, turning to the right slightly to finish on the right side of the track because race car drivers do that for some reason, and I still don't know why. So, 4-second lead ahead of the Type S, while we just completely defecate on everyone else. In typical fashion. Okay, the one at the bottom only said 5 plus 1, instead of adding it up like it did the rest. So, there we go with race number 3. Another 2,000 credits. Yoink. Okay, a little bit early on that, but whatever. Time for race number 4. Alright, here we go. One of my favorite tracks, El Capitan, for 2 laps. This is going to be by far the easiest one, because the AI cannot drive this track whatsoever. So, time to dominate. Even more. I'm kind of intrigued to learn how to drift on this game, even though it's extremely difficult and probably not even worth learning. But whenever you actually pull it off, it's like super satisfying just because of how hard it is. And I'm talking about real drifting. I don't mean like initiating a slide and then you just hold the wheel straight the entire time until you lose all your momentum. I'm talking about like real drifting where you have to like counter steer, mat it, and like power through the whole thing, and then you actually link corners together. A lot of people think that like drifting is just like, oh, I can just do this. Well, that was a fail. Like this. People think that's a drift, but pretend I didn't go off the track there. That's not really a drift. You gotta like counter steer and shit. So like this. If I didn't screw up at the very end right there, that would have been closer to an actual drift than what I see. But even I can't really do that with most cars on this game. I have to go to like the Gymkhana course and just pretend like the entire thing is like a narrow track. And that's the main problem right there. And I might catch back up. I'm only 5 seconds behind. That's nothing for this track. Even for like a 200 A-spec point race. Alright, no more sliding on purpose now. Don't do it. Don't do it, car. I thought so. I might have to go on the roof cam here just to try hard. Because we're already through the section of the track where I would gain most of my time. The second half is a little bit harder. I might not actually take the win here because of my screwing around. Didn't need a downshift. These gears are so weird in this thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. Well, big rip. Because I kept screwing off. Totally my fault. I'm gonna have to come back and build this one again. This was supposed to be the easiest one, but you know, goes to show if you be a dum-dum like me, even you could screw up an easy race. So yeah, there we go. Race number 4 complete. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a clean sweep because of that, but whatever. We have pretty much secured the victory of the championship because there's no way I'm going to get last place. So for second place, 1,000 credits. Big rip. But yeah, just one more to go. And to close out the championship, we're going to Tsukuba for only 3 laps. Seems kind of short, but whatever, I suppose. And considering rolling start and only 3 laps with the main competitor at the front, well, second main competitor, this might be a little challenging, but doesn't matter anyways. Just don't have to. I just can't lose the race pretty much, and also bonk. Considering the AI are incredibly stupid, driving aggressive is kind of like the only way you can actually win these difficult races. Especially on ones like this with a rolling start. I don't want to slide. Stop doing that. Save the sliding for the initial dweebs. Huge difference in power from like mid-range RPM to upper range. I don't think I'm going to be catching him, unfortunately. So make that 2 races, I'm going to have to come back in gold. Probably would have been better just to stay in second for that turn. Just because a lot of these transmissions just shift so slow in this game. spending a whole lot of time not accelerating. I did it again. Oh, now the engine just has no power. Okay, that was definitely worse than downshifting. Not like it makes a difference anymore anyways. Well, at least we get to secure the championship. Just have to come back and gold these remaining races for Mazda before we move on to the Mitsubishi. But, yeah, there we go. Or, there we go, yes, there we go. So, the final point ranking, we finish off with 4 points ahead of the Type S at 42 points. And, yeah, that'll do it for the RX8 thing. Another 1,000 credits for another second place. Yoink. And it's time to, okay, well, championship credits first. 15,000 for the championship. And time for our delicious prize car. And another car I've been wanting for quite a while in this LP, the RX8 Concept LM race car. I'm pretty sure this has like all the same stats as the RX7 LM race car, but the RX7 one is cooler, but this one has a different livery, or well, cooler livery I should say. So, we'll check out the prize car first, and then we'll turn all those into golds as we sign off for the episode. I wish I could like sort it by acquired date and keep that as a default setting. That'd be a lot more handy. But there we go. RX8 LM race car. Pretty cheap too. And oh wow, it's a 3 rotor. I never noticed that. So, with that being said, back to Mazda, and through the power of video editing and magic, BAM! Everything's down gold. So, stay tuned for more GT4, where we move on to Mitsubishi.